Our next guest is a talented actress and writer for the popular television series The Office. Please welcome Mindy Kaling. Welcome to the show. I'm terribly embarrassed. I mispronounced your name. I said Kaling, but it's Kaling. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, and now people say Mindy, which is a lovely name.
Thank you.
Was not your given name at birth. Is that correct?
No, Mindy is a nickname that my parents gave me. Yes.
Yeah.
My mom and dad met in Nigeria, and my mom was pregnant with me, but they knew they were coming to the States. And the only American TV show they had on the air was Mork and Mindy.
Ah!
This is true. It seems contrived, but it's true. And so they were just like, I love that lovely girl who's married to the alien. I think we should name her. So Mindy came from that. I just thought she was pretty cute.
Uh-huh. And where did you grow up before your move?
Well, I was born here, and I lived in Boston. I grew up in Boston. But I'm often called in for parts of Indian people who have, like, Indian accents.
Right.
Because people assume that, like, because my parents are Indian and that I look Indian, that I can do one.
So that you didn't really live in India. They lived in India.
They lived in India,
I see. Okay.
But it's hard to get parts out here, and I, like, want to, try to do this Indian accent. But unfortunately, like, I can do the accent that I learned from, like, Apu on The Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, no, it's mortifying. It's really bad. So I got cast in this part in this great movie called Baby Mama with Tina Fey.
Oh, it's very funny. Yes.
Very funny.
Nice movie.
Amy Poehler, huge heroes of mine. So they asked me to do this part. I didn't want to say no. So I was just like, okay, I'll just, like, figure it out. And on the plane, I was listening to some Apu. And when I got there, I had to do this line where I was this Indian girl from a call center in India. And I got up on the set, and I was just like, are you sure that you are ready to have a baby? Mm-hmm. And the director came out, and he's like, cut. And he came out, and he was like, okay, look, that was great. It was really great to have you. Could you do that less horrible? And I was so guilty because I knew it was like a total sham. So I was like, what are you talking about? This is what Indian people sound like. I'm Indian, or how dare you call it inauthentic?
It sounded all right to me.
It did?
Fine. But now, was it in the movie? Did it actually get in?
No, it got cut.
Oh.
I don't understand it. I think I brought a lot to it. But what was most embarrassing was they pulled an Indian extra, this 92-year-old woman who was in the call center, and like, go talk to her for a while. So I had to talk to this elderly woman for 15 minutes, like humiliatingly in the corner.
Yeah, that's awful.
And then afterwards, she came back and she was like, not gonna work out.
They had to shut show business down. Now, tell me about your writing career. That came before the performing, right? You do both simultaneously now.
Yes.
Yeah. And how did you start? What was the entry to writing?
I got my start playing Ben Affleck in theater. I got my start in theater, and I did a show with my best friend called Matt and Ben. Mm-hmm. And I played Ben Affleck, and she played Matt Damon. And this is like, we weren't getting cast in parts, and we had no money, and we just were like improvising like what we thought the relationship would be like. And then it just became this off-Broadway play, and then Greg Daniels, who runs The Office, saw me in it and was like, weirdly thought that I could be on The Office. Mm-hmm. And that's how I got started.
So you and your friend actually wrote the play, Ben and...
Matt and Ben, yeah.
Matt and Ben. And have they seen it? Either one of those two seen it?
No, I've never met either of them, although I have like massive crushes on both of them. At the Golden Globes, when The Office got nominated, I heard from one of my co-stars, BJ Novak, that I had already left because we lost, and I was like, screw this. And then...
Exactly.
Right? Because it's like...
That's the American way. Screw this.
I'm like a terrible sport about anything. I really am. But so Ben Affleck was there with his like beautiful wife, Jennifer Garner, and he came up to BJ and was like, is Mindy Kaling here? And he was like, oh no, she split. And he was like, did she write a play about me? So that is like my slight brush with fame, is that Ben Affleck once inquired opaquely about me. So.
And congratulations. Speaking of nominations, once again, going to the Emmy Awards nominated. How many, you got like 19 awards or something like that nominated? That's exciting. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Something like 19, yeah.
Do you like going to those things?
Oh yeah, I love going to the Emmys. I mean, because our show isn't like that glamorous or anything. So when we get to get dressed up, it's like especially exciting. And I've always been obsessed with Jennifer Lopez. Like since when she first like got into the scene. I think her body's like so slamming, and like whenever she's on the
Slamming?
red carpet, it's totally slamming. You should tell her that if you ever see
I'll pass that along.
And I saw her on the red carpet, and weirdly, I don't know how this got mixed up, but she was like in front of me on the red carpet. And she, like, when she poses and everything, it's like the opposite of me, which is like, I look like right into the camera, like totally like a total amateur. But she never smiles, and she's always like looking like she like kind of hates everybody, but
Sure.
is sexy anyway.
Sure.
And like, I didn't think she ever, I was totally like scoping her like a stalker, and she looked over her shoulder and she was like, nice dress. And I was like, you're
Whoa.
talking about my dress? Jennifer
Cool.
Lopez has actually noticed me.
Nice.
And I blurted out, I like your dress too. And Dave,
That's all it takes.
it was so embarrassing because her reaction in her eyes was just like, oh, no, this conversation is over. This was about you going and telling all your friends that Jennifer Lopez liked your dress. This is not about me telling Mark Anthony that a tertiary character on The Office thought her dress was cool. She's like, I know my dress is good. So
Still and all, why not?
I figure like little compliments.
Exactly. Take what you can get, for God's sakes. Now, The Office, fifth season. Wow. Fifth season premieres September 25th, I believe that is. Good luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations on everything.
Thank
you
you
for
so
being
much.
here.
Yeah,
Mindy
great to be
Kaling,
here.
ladies and gentlemen.